Grand Rising, people leaps. You know that robots in disguise. Is that Transformers? I was hearing angels in disguise. So I was outside a little bit ago and it stormed early this morning, I think. I believe it was early this morning. How is everyone today? Happy Sunday. Yeah, lazy day every day. I took a shower and I put pajama bottoms on. I'm like in pajama mode today. Hang on. I wanted to take my earbud out. Was that actually a butterfly, not a cicada? So yeah. Angels in disguise. I'm getting like I don't know, all kinds of shit, but one thing I wanted to talk about is I keep hearing robots in disguise, angels in disguise. There's angels among us, right? And it's really sad because I'm seeing like there's some angels that, live on the streets. I know, it makes no sense, right? Why would angels have to live on the street? Do they have to? Well, I don't know why I said it like that. But if you've been watching me for a while, then you know that when I speak and I say things, it's meant for somebody somewhere, or whenever you come across this. Everything that's spoken, everything you hear, is always part of our message. Yeah, and I do use cards sometimes because they're fun, and I get the inkling, the feeling, whatever you want to call it, to pull cards every now and then. So, some of you like it, some of you don't. We're always looking, and I can speak for myself, but looking for that outside validation and confirmations on things that we receive. It's nice to especially when it's so outlandish, and maybe you've never heard of it from anywhere before. Maybe these things that come through to you, or you haven't read it, or you haven't seen it somewhere, and you're like, but that's not how the world teaches you things, Pay attention to your discernment. I'm seeing that mermaid discernment card. But angels in disguise. Wow. Oh, yes. Yeah. So you got angels in disguise. They're bringing me back to that Saint Francis of Assisi and the leper. You never know. You never know the human that you run across, what's inside that human. Angels in disguise. We're to be loving. That's what our brother told us. Our brother said, Father says that we're to love and be kind and be of service. When you're hungry, you feed me. When I'm cold and I need some clothing, you clothe me. I need shelter. You shelter me. Angels in disguise. And if you don't know the story of St. Francis of Assisi, please look that up and read it for yourselves. Because when I tell you something, my voice, the words I speak, they carry an energy. They carry an energy from me. So I could plant seeds in your head, and you can get the vibration and the frequency from how I say things. That's why using our own discernment, that's why going to Father ourselves. And when I say Father, I mean God, creator of the universe, that dwells within us. The Father and I are one. That St. Francis of Assisi, you know, the angels in disguise is, you never know. What's coming to mind is this AOC network, Ambassadors of Christ network. They did a video, and it was, I Never Knew You, I think it was called, or something like that. And it showed a lady that, you know, goes to church and does this, but walks by a homeless person, he's got money, and she's like, oh, why don't you just go get a job, and blah, blah, blah. And then they show, like, the second coming and all that, and, or whatever. And Jesus says, I never knew you. Chills. I was hungry. You walked right past me. Maybe even rude. Because Father, Jesus, all of us, Father is in every single one of us. So when you help another, you're helping yourself, and you're giving to God. Not because a church told you to, and to pay them so they can drive big fancy cars and live in nice big fancy homes. You never know the human, is the human embodies. You never know what's inside that human. Always be kind and compassionate. Because, you know, the great illusion is what's coming through. The great illusion is humans walking around that have ancient souls of old. The energy of Jesus could be in anyone. Or fuck Enoch or whatever. Think about it, you know? If you want to go back to, go back even further, how do you know that the Atlantean priest king hasn't slipped on a body and is here walking around, and you spat on him, you kicked him when he was down, you hire people to do black magic, and you do spells, and you do with your words, and you send energy because you know how it works to hurt, maybe maim, hold back, not show love, keep somebody alone in solitude with no one to love, and you're pure love, but no one to love them. And guess what? I never knew you. The great thing is, see, Jesus walked the earth, and everybody knew who Jesus was. The way shower, the one to start it. This is a different time. See, it comes through to me, and people, you're going to think however you want. That's not up to me. I get my information. I get my information. And a lot of people are blasphemy, they're going to say all kinds of shit. That's fine. This is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Take it or leave it. Go within. Ask God yourself. What's your truth? What is the truth? But what's always being shown to me is there are magnificent, powerful, loving beings walking around in a human, being treated badly. What if the energy of Jesus has already been here, walking amongst you, and not knowing? To see the man's heart, to see if the man's heart is pure, to see who you truly are. Think about that. You know, don't be mistaken in these times, because you know these times are different. You know this is a big deal for some reason. Like, you know, this is the end of the world as we know it. We're going to get 1,000 years, you know, a millennia of peace on earth. You know, if you ascend, if your heart is light as a feather, if you come from pure love and you walk like our brother Jesus walked in love. Churches and religion are built for power. Think about who made the Bible. Think about who put the Bible together. Think about if this is a simulation, a matrix, a game, a whatever, then all of it that is taught, except for the cultures that have been around forever, right? The Native Americans, I call Native Indians, whatever. I'm not even sure what the proper word, you know. They pass down their knowledge from generation to generation by mouths. You can't get fuckery happen by writing it down where people can change it in translation. And you know what, I think we'll put this in here. Don't get mistaken who the Romans are. The Roman Catholic Church. Hello? I'm not talking about every person that is a Roman. I'm talking about the ones who rule. Because that's like saying, you know, because American government and the elites and all that, they're fucked up. So, should we blame every single American? There's a handful of us that aren't about the fuckery. There's a handful of us that want to just help. There's a handful of us that walk around and just love. And we're not part of that agenda. But will we be murdered, sacrificed, beaten down by other people because we are American? We're all individuals. It doesn't matter where you're born and what color and what race or whatever fucking gender or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're flesh and bone. And you have that God spark in you. Unless you're a fucking clone. We're all clones. Right? Because our consciousness lives. Our soul lives. Put it in a computer. Can do that. They could do that. I'm a robot. I have a robot vagina. Sorry. That was rude. But that was funny. Anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? Are you getting it? I did not know this video was going to go that way. I actually had no idea what I was going to talk about. But I just kept... So I get on here and do it. It's interesting what comes out. I fucking love it. And you know... And you guys are getting it at the same time I am. Well, when you watch this. But right now it's live. And I don't edit. Because if I did, then I'd probably edit out all kinds of shit, right? My embarrassing fucking mouth things and my Whatever the fuck. Who knows? Who fucking cares? I know. I did take a shower. But no, I didn't put on any makeup. I don't really wear a lot. And no, I jammy clothes. Fuck it. Is that what my YouTube channel's about? Is what is she gonna wear today? Is she gonna have makeup on? Is she even gonna brush her fucking hair? You know, if all you think about are those outside things, then you need to click off, unsubscribe, and get the flock out of here. Because it's about a message, not the human. The only time this human comes into play is to show you that I have overcome so many things. And let me tell you, can I tell you something? When I was bedridden, I was sad, I was miserable. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a guru. I'm not a this, a that. I just had a belief that I would walk again, that I would be made whole. Because as I laid on a couch and I was paralyzed, and my one friend that was there, he's passed on now, really wanted to help him. Yeah, thank you. But you couldn't even help yourself. I get it. I had a coming to Jesus, a coming to God, because you know what? I laid there and I looked up and I said, God, if this is your plan for my life, I accept it. And I heard, it's all been part of the plan, and I wept so hard. Because for so many years I beat myself up for getting off drugs and then getting back on drugs and then being off and then doing this and really, really wanting to be different, really wanting to change, but kept going back and back. God said it's all been part of your plan, and a little while later I was able to get up and sit down on the floor. Then began the really fucking hardcore pain and shit in all aspects. Because the guy I was staying with was cruel and mean. Cruel and mean. You know, I love you, let's get married, da 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 da. And then takes off Christmas time, goes across the street to hang out with some fucking chick that ended up moving in his bed. Remember, I love you and I want to marry you, do anything for you, and then he's got some girl living in his bedroom and I can't even get out of bed, and he takes off. And I mean, it was just a bunch of shit. It was hell. Not only that, he's hanging around a bunch of fucking witches, and the fuckery was deep. But the point of all of this is, I was on drugs, I was drinking alcohol, I hardly ate food, I was not in a happy place at all, I was fucking wanted to die, but I couldn't get out of bed to kill myself, okay? Hell. And I walked out of that motherfucker. I packed my shit, and I got out. Because I said, I will walk out of here on my own accord. My whole point is, the power of the mind is so strong. I'm not saying, hey, if you want to heal, stay on drugs and do this and do that. I guess my thing and my path was to show you that what you believe, and like Dr. Joe Dispenza said, the power that made the body can heal the body. We are that power. We don't have to go looking for God. We just have to go in, because God's in us. God knows your heart. I've done what everyone thought that would never happen. I was supposed to have neurosurgery. My spinal cord, small where it's supposed to be bigger. My fucking nerves nearly completely severed. My fucking bone on bone. I don't think you guys get it. Well, you couldn't unless... A fucking walking miracle. But you know what people in your life do? The ones who know you and loved you, supposedly, The ones who have seen you work your fucking ass off your whole life and then turn around and treat you like you're a piece of shit. Must be nice. You don't have to worry about bills. I could fucking walk, bro. Does anyone get that? Oh, must be nice. You don't have to pay. I would give anything to have your fucking problems and not this fucking pain and to be able to walk. Give it to me. Trade you. Oh, I know what it's like. How fucking could you? I hurt my elbow. Yeah. Nice. I hurt my shoulder. Yeah, nice. How about the stability? The foundation of your everything. Your spine. It doesn't matter what you do. People will do that. They will fucking talk shit. It doesn't matter anything you've done in your life. I worked and took care of everybody, motherfuckers. Humbled is a blessing. So I'm here to tell you, no matter what the fuck you're going through, you and the power of God that's in you can get through any fucking thing. Some would call me a masochist. Hell, I'll even call myself a masochist. Pain is all I've ever known my whole entire life. In every aspect, is pain is all I've ever known. And I'm still here. And I can walk around in love. It's a fucking miracle. A fucking miracle. After what some of us have been through, we should be fucking serial killers. Yeah. And had certain things in my life not happen, I would have been probably, not the best person. You go through pain and trauma, albeit physical, emotional, mental, whatever. And you fucking make it out. You strive to go forward and get above that because you have this inner knowing. You have an inner knowing. Or maybe God did you like it was to me. Will you die for them? Yeah. Yes, I will. Before that, I was like, I can't wait for the word, God. Let's take them out. Fuck these motherfuckers. Yeah. Because no matter what, you're still kind to these people. And they think you're weak. Weak? Weak is falling into the trap. Weak is going, poor me. I'm a victim. That's weak. Strength is, fucking bring it on, motherfuckers. Because you know what? God's got my back, my front, my sides, my everything. My whole body. And I will get through this. I will. So if I got to go through all this pain to fucking teach or to know how to come from a certain, to know how to see things from all these angles, then so fucking be it. Because I'm better today at 54 than I was in my fucking 20s. I feel good. I'm ageless. I don't feel like I don't identify with an age. I'll hear that I'm going to be 55 and I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? You know? 55, do I probably look like I'm fucking 50. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But what I feel inside is vibrant and young and full of life and love. And I just want other humans to feel this. That's why I get on here and make a fucking ass out of myself. No fucking teeth. Come on. You know how fucking fucked up that is? With my fucking stupid quirks and fucked up shit. Fuck you guys, you know? Fuck everyone. Love you. The only thing that's going to stop you is you. And it's too bad things happen to you. Duh. Duh. You're in hell. You're in hell. So get out of it. Find your light. I found my light in the depths of hell. So when your energy and you're that strong and you're that powerful, and they're like, there's nothing we can do to this motherfucker. Holy shit. Then they all work for you. A respect in the underworld, in the ethers. They're like, oh shit. You want me to do what to that? Do you know who that motherfucker is? Oh, hell no. But yeah, conjure us up anyway, because we'll be back for you, because guess what? What you put out, you get back. I've seen it. I've seen that fucking black fucking thing with its long fucking creepy that was on me, that was after me. I watched it outside of somebody's house. And I told that dude, I said, it's outside the house, just go, and I can't wait to get in there. It was so creepy. Outside of their garage. After her. And I said, you know what? You better find somebody that you want to watch to raise your children. I didn't want to say that. And I didn't even know what it meant at the time. Never in a million years would I ever think that, you know, I'd get that phone call or that message that says, you know, so-and-so just died. I went, wow. Really? Because I thought he was coming to see me that day, because I felt him. That cardinal came outside my window, but you know what? That's when he died. And I had been given visions of his son. I'd been given visions his death blew my mind. But do I not believe in the other visions that I got? No, they don't make any sense to me. I just heard things are not always as they seem. Fuck, I just went on a tangent, and you know what? Thank you for sticking around. Because I'm here to tell you, true warrior, true power comes from within to who you really are. The God that dwells in you. Listen to the words Jesus spoke. And if you want to get to heaven, you've got to go within. Because the kingdom of heaven is within yourself. Your heart must be light as a feather. Pure love. That is going to get you to the promised land. No works. Because your heart is known, my friends. And everything is not as it seems. And you go to church every day and you still feel defeated, less than and all that, then it's demonic. These people do not know what they're teaching. How could they not know what they're teaching? Because they are not connected. You want to know who the real angels and the real gods are? Probably in the fucking street. Beaten down, tossed aside, those ones. I'm not saying all of them. There are some good people out there. I mean, truly, genuinely transparent. Not the ones that put on their outfit, right? And walk into church. Praise God. I was one of those people fighting with my boyfriend. Fuck you, motherfucker. Then pissed off and then walk into church. Hello, hello, praise God. And then leave and be pissed off again. Yeah. Hello. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Huh? Fuck you, bitch. You fucking worthless mother effer, you know. My second husband, oh my gosh. I asked him, why are you with me? Because he said he was asked to, and I wept. But that helped start my whole changing. this wonderful man, Steve, gave me a CD, and it was Joyce Meyer. And I listened to that, and I was like, oh my gosh. She sounds like me. Sexually abused, the anger, and all of it. I related to her. And here she is, full of God and different, right? That started my thing. I have notebooks. Every day was everything about God and everything. And then, what happened? Dr. Dyer came across and this wonderful lady, Cheryl, gave me all these books and these things. And I drove really far to work. And I listened to Dr. Wayne Dyer, and I was like, wow. Every day I lived and breathed for years. Not until I got into the spiritual side of it. And I was so confused by everything. As I dug deep and as I kept going, more and more was revealed to me. More and more is revealed to me. I have had to go through, just like you guys have, so much. I'll tell you what. Have you ever had something try to make you do something that you don't want to, like take over you? Tyler, his sister, and myself were on our way to church, and I was sitting in the back seat of my Pilot. And it took everything I had not to jump out of my car. Not that I wanted to. Something was trying to make me jump out of the car at 70, 75 miles an hour out the back and kill myself. And I'm like, you guys, please don't let me do this. I mean, I rolled down the window. I was almost out of there. And I went to church and I was like, holy shit, I don't know what's going on. So some people tried to talk to me, and right away they just judged me. Because they don't know that I have that empathic abilities to the fullest extent of it. You'd be amazed. And the judging and the this. That same church I went to one day, and I spoke to some man in there, and he couldn't look at me after that, and I'm not sure what I said. It didn't sound like anything how it was meant to, and I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was a second-hand man to some Maxwell dude or whatever. John Maxwell or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, I don't know what this guy's name was. And then I went and I talked to some people out, and they're like, well, do you know God? Do you know Jesus? I'm like, I'm just trying to talk to the people who I thought would maybe understand and understand what I'm going through. And they want to throw Bible verses at me and judge me. And I'm like, fuck, they're written in the book, man. I called K-Love radio station. I have a word, a thing to get, and that lady talked to me horribly. She talked to me horribly. She's written in the book too. Sad. It's sad. And that's how it came to me. Written in the book. And I'm like, I have no idea. I just do what I'm told from my higher ups in the higher realms, right? I went through the whole, what does this mean? And no, this doesn't mean that. I don't do that anymore. It's just, I have things to say. I just say it and I let it go because it's not on me at that point. I'm rambling. Somebody needs to hear this. Maybe I just needed to get shit off my chest. I don't fucking know. Don't matter. I'm just here to tell you that no matter what the fuck it is, you're still here. And you're better than you ever were. Better than I ever was. And you hold that thought. And you don't fucking let it go. And you stand strong on God. And you stand strong on you. None of it's in vain. Unless you allow it to be. Unless you turn your soul over to the dark side. then dark is what you'll get. Fame and fortune and all that, aren't most of these people miserable? They hurt people. You might think everybody's happy, and then with social media, somebody can go, right? Oh, our life is great. They're not. It's fake. It's phony. It's a picture. It's not real life. It's a moment caught in time that they want you to see. Proof is in the pudding, I heard. Angels in disguise. I'm leaving it here. Because, frankly, my dear, I have got something else to go do. Gosh. Wow, woo, this turned out to be an interesting friggin' video. Unthinkable, disgusting things have happened to you guys. I'm sorry. Because that sucks. Me too. But that part's over. They're not going to try to trap our souls by this pain and fuckery and by all this trauma and shit. Because you know what? We shall overcome anything that happens. Our brother led the way. So we continue it. So I give all thanks and all praise to Jesus that came to light our path, to show us the way. You guys want to talk about carrying the cross? Well, we don't have to if you listen to the words Jesus said. But we do. We're bearing that cross with the fuckery and just being here. But lay it down. Wake up. I encourage you. Please. When you pray in silence and you pray to the Father. It's between you and Father alone. You pray and give thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. The creator of everything? Yes. Even Lucifer, even this, even that. The creator of everything. Everything. Is fucking you. Is in you. Believe it or don't believe it. Do you believe Jesus or do you not believe Jesus? Are you for the Bible or are you not for the Bible? I mean, think about that. So let's read the words. Study. Don't go to church. No, I'm not saying don't go to church. But don't expect to get all of that by somebody else telling you their version or what they think from that Bible verse to you. Worship. Gathering together. Gathering together for what? To feed all these people that have no food? You know, the only reason why there's famine and all that is because the fucking 1 grain of rice fucks with all those people. Experiments on all these fucking motherfuckers. That's all we are, an experiment. Do you hear me? Are you listening? They, the fuckery, is 1 grain of rice. We're the whole fucking bag, people. There's nothing we can do. Then you stay with your little grain of rice, people, your little 1 grain, and you do that, and you get your money, and you go fucking do horrendous things to children, because guess what? Anything to do with any of them, media and all that's all fuckery. All fuckery. You either see it or you don't. You're either in the matrix or you're not. And it can't be, oh, they only lied about this one thing. But you know what? NASA Oh, yeah, NASA. Oh, yeah. Who was NASA? Oh, yeah, the German scientist. Who did what? Oh, yeah, you remember the German scientist, don't you? Do you remember Hitler? The Roman Catholic Church. Founded by who? Think about it, people. Think about it. Wake the fuck up. The earth is round. No, it's not. It's flat. Who gives a flying fuck? Is that going to get you to the promised land? Oh my God. You really think? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Have you read something? What about the firmament? How could there be 4 corners of the earth? How could there be 4 corners on a round ball? Hurling through space, spinning so fucking fast, but yet, here we are. Water's above us. Hello? All of it's fuckery. When did they change the map? How about there's fucking... there's like a whole continent. I don't know. I can't remember the name. It starts with a T. Fucking completely wiped off the map. That's probably where the giants were, actually. I don't know. Maybe. Where does the red hair come from? Blue eyes, right? Red-headed giants. And when I tell you these motherfuckers are huge, they're fucking huge. The one with the flaming swords, I'm getting goosebumps all over. The ones with the flaming swords. See one of those motherfuckers. You know. All the fairy tales and the myths of, you know, Jack and the Beanstalk, or, you know, as a kid they always had a giant that they had to take down, and the people were real small and the giants were real big, right? Those aren't just fairy tales and just fucking fuckery. Those real accounts of shit. They just make it look like, because they have to tell you. I've watched 2 fucking movies now, or a series. Well, Rebel Moon, that was a 2-part movie thing. And I just got done watching, I just binged watched a series of 3 Body Problem. You know what's in these shows? Neuralink. And I was getting ready to watch Atlas. And the interesting thing about Atlas, guess what the common denominator is in there? Neuralink. People. These aren't just fairy tale movies. The thing about the Bible, the thing about Jesus when he speaks, the thing about anything, it's symbolic. There's symbolism. You've got to, that's how come some of us can see and know things in everything, because our consciousness is there. We have the ears to hear and the eyes to see. That's how everything can be put out there, and only some get it and some don't. We speak things because they must be spoken. Let's separate the waters, right? Let's make land. Let's call light. Let's have sun and a moon, and let's have the creepy crawly things, and let's do this and let's do that. It was spoken. Because, like Tesla said, how did Tesla say that? Something about, if you want to know the whatever of the universe, think in terms of frequency and vibration, right? Sound. Sound. Thoughts carry a vibration which creates forms that keep showing me that thing that comes up. Oh, you want to see a mountain? Whoop, these call them things, they show you mountainside. Namaste. Peace.